It's a gorgeous night here in Wardsville at Blair Oaks High School as we have the Blair Oaks Jamboree once again this year, featuring 3 of the best teams in the state. Blair Oaks coming off of yet another state title in 2024. Helias runner-up this year, or last year rather, and Rockbridge. If they would have had Devin Holt and Derek Young healthy for that Day Cement game, they might have been the state title themselves. But still, amazing group of teams here tonight. We're looking forward to a lot of exciting action as we get to see the first looks at some new players, some new faces that are going to be very important, especially for Rockbridge and Helias. And the 2 storylines I'm really looking at as far as a CMAC perspective is Sean Nevels Jr. getting his first action as a starter in a Rockbridge uniform, number 2 in black tonight. And we'll see how Rockbridge utilizes him. They're changing up their offense a little bit, but still, Matt Perkins is very confident in his team. He feels like they're the strongest, the fastest that they have ever been in his program, which is saying a lot based on the team that they had last year. The offense will look completely different than last year. We're going to see a lot of different players in the skilled positions, but you will see Garrett Essner at tight end, the Memphis commit. He will be one of the standouts in the conference this year. For Helias, the big question is, what do they look like in the trenches? They are replacing basically every single starter on the offensive line, including K-State, Will Kemna, who's in Ireland right now. So there's a lot to replace for them, and we'll get to our first look at their lines this year because that's going to be really important to setting up Austin Weaver for success in his senior season. He has had a couple of years now with starting experience, one of the most experienced quarterbacks in the entire state, and we'll see if that group is up to the challenge tonight. They were a little bit bumpy in the offseason. Even Coach Henges was describing that, but we all know that once you turn on the lights, it's a little bit different, and we'll see how this group gels. We'll also see Blair Oaks and Tyler Bax in this offense that has averaged more than 50 points per game since 2020, and this offense that put up 50 points per game last year. Tyler Bass, Hayden Lackman, Brady Dapkus. Lackman and Dapkus both were injured for most of last year, and they missed a lot of the season, so it'll be good for the Blair Oaks faithful to see them back in green this year and healthy and ready to go to be big targets for Tyler Bass. Really, there's nothing stopping Blair Oaks right now from going out and competing for another state title. They bring back a lot of their starters from last year, and otherwise this pretty much sets up a very intriguing night, and we look forward to covering with you here on Primetime CMAC. We're about to see Helias' offense on the field for the first time in his Jamboree. Austin Weaver, the senior quarterback, back once again this year. Just played a little bit of safety for the defensive side of the ball for Helias against the Blair Oaks defense, or Blair Oaks offense rather. Falcons defense now on the field. Completely new offensive line for Helias as Weaver tosses it out to Brady Fan. And he makes one guy miss, able to trip forward and fall ahead for a big pickup that time. Brady Fan is one of the more exciting guys to watch in the conference this year. Oxwood in the slot, Division I commit to Illinois State. Weaver looks his way and then fires deep over the middle and overthrown for Brady Fan. Weaver with Ben Holly behind him, subbing in for Fan. Still with Alex Wood and Mark Wade to the near side. Quade Edwards, the receiver on the far side. Play clock elapsed. Weaver on the option to Holly, who sprints upfield, upended at the 35. They got the first down. Helias' offense stays on the move. First down and goal to go. Ben Holly still the running back. And Weaver on the option. Tosses it out to Holly. And he's trying to drive his way to the end zone. He stood up. Stood up before he can fall in. Second down and goal to go from the 2. Lanigan off the toss, sprinting towards the corner. And he's out of bounds. So third down and goal upcoming for the Crusaders with a penalty flag out. Second down and goal to go from the 13. A lot of subs in for Helias' offense, but Ben Lanigan is the running back behind Austin Weaver. Weaver to throw. Sets up the screen pass. He finds the leaping Lanigan. We race it to the end zone. Touchdown, Helias. Able to recover after the penalty. Ben Lanigan finds his way in the end zone the same way that Weaver, eyes downfield, doesn't like what he sees. Flushed away from the pressure, eyes downfield, and then he completes it. Second down and 5 for Helias and Austin Weaver. Cole Wilson subbed in as the left tackle. Thus far the line holding up. Weaver fires it for a deep shot, and it's just over the outstretched hands of Quade Edwards. A little bit of action for Nick Brennicky, 6-foot junior, fourth string running back. Michael Malmstrom is number 87. He subbed in at tight end in the slot. Brian Carden looked good last year in his moments on the field, especially late in games when they were leading big. Good toss and run out to Brennicky. Brian Carden, a 6'2", 200-pound junior, just waiting his turn right now behind Austin Weaver. But he's got some of that same dual threat ability as Weaver. And they'll run the bootleg out. Ball completed. And on a first down, a good pickup once again for Helias. Second down and 1 with Helias getting close to wrapping up their 20 plays against the Blair Oaks defense. Carden keeps it on the play action, and it is bad at the line of scrimmage. Well played by the Falcons. Eli Lopez wearing number 6, his brother's number, out in the slot on the left side. And Carden wants to throw, and it's complete. Brennicky upended WWE style. Sean Nevels Jr. out there for the first time for the Bruins. Number 2 in black, son of special teams coordinator Sean Nevels. Micah Sanford, Garrett Essner, the tight end, wide receiver and tight end, line up to the near side. They run the jet sweep immediately, and Ben Lanigan out there for the stop. Nothing doing on the first play for the Rockbridge offense. Completely new skill talent around Sean Nevels Jr. outside of Garrett Essner, who is lined up alone to the near side, matched up with Quade Edwards right now. Micah Sanford to the left of Sean Nevels. And he's looking to throw to find the Memphis commit. Essner knocked away, incomplete. Great coverage, one-on-one by Quade Edwards. Quentin Lee in there as the H-back. Sean Nevels alone in the backfield with an offensive line that mostly returns in. Marquise Mitchell as the right tackle. They run away from him. Nevels on the keeper, and he is stopped by Lanigan on third down. So that brings up fourth down for the Bruins. Play action, Nevels, pressure, trying to get away, and he is stopped. Great stuff from Helias defensively thus far. Here's Sean Nevels with a fresh set of downs. They fire it out on the screen pass. A good amount of room with Micah Sanford leading. Second down and 5 for the Bruins. Still with the ones on offense. Evan Williams, the H-back line up to the left side. They give, no, Nevels keeps on the read option, and he is tapped down. Just two-hand touch right now on the quarterback. You see on the left side right now, they've got Barrett Armbruster as a left tackle, Isaac Gottman, the left guard. Harrison Moyers as the center. Tight to the offensive line on the left side with Williams in motion to the right. And miscommunication here between Nevels and Sanford. One of them went the wrong way. Now line up on the right hash. After turning it over on down, so to speak, Rockbridge first down and 10. Play action, and wow. Nowhere to go from the beginning on that play. This Rockbridge offense has been moving backwards in this Jamboree. And Sean Nevels Jr., the sophomore, looks to rally the troops right now. Grant Hyde in motion, they fake it to him. Nevels steps up, wants to run, and Alex Wood puts two hands on him. Eli Homan in there as well, and he's fired up. Here come the twos for the Helias defense. Third down and 15. High snap. Nevels has to take it himself on the outside, and they will spin him down past the 30-yard line. That brings up fourth down and long as they get just past the original line of scrimmage. Demarius Elder line up to the left of Nevels. He takes the football. A lot of room up the middle. And a good pickup, but he's still short of the line to gain. And that's another turnover on downs for the Bruins as they can't convert. So here we go again with a third chance of a possession for Rockbridge. They have been unable to achieve a first down yet. And they still have the ones in there against the twos of Helias. Nevels looks left, rolls right, and incomplete, intended for Edwards. Mostly the twos in right now on both sides. Evan Williams in at tight end. They move Edwards, and they give it to him on the sweep. And he dropped the football, and Helias falls on it, and the Rockbridge woes on offense continue. Kim empty. And he fires over the middle, complete, and a good pickup for the Rockbridge twos. Fresh set of downs for the Rockbridge twos, nearing the end of their time on offense in this session between the top two teams in the CMAC. Edwards takes the handoff, bounces it right, trying to make up for his fumble earlier, and Eli Lopez swarms to him and brings him down. Lopez is a guy that Coach Henges is really excited about as the younger brother of Sam Lopez, wearing his same number. And he's looking pretty good tonight. Helias offense on the field once again after scoring a touchdown against the Blair Oaks defense, but now against the Rockbridge defensive front. Brady Fan outside, and Quentin Lee can't make the stop. Brady Fan bounces off of the 230-pounder. Second down and 8. Weaver to roll. His eyes downfield, nowhere to go with it, and he takes his strides out of bounds. A veteran move from the senior quarterback. After a offsides penalty on Rockbridge, first down and 5. Toss the near side to Fan, and Andrew Williams in there for the stop. Parker Bedford cleans it up. But swarming defense that time from Rockbridge. Second down and 5 for the Crusaders after no gain on that play. Weaver to throw, lofting it for Hillman down the near side. It's incomplete, knocked away. Well done by Lamar Hayes, the senior safety, able to lock that down. Make that third down and short. Just a few inches to gain, but Weaver's looking to throw. Pressured, rolling, and he'll be able to waltz out of bounds to pick this up. First down, Helias. Austin Weaver showcasing his dual threat ability once again. 148 carries last year, and he did some damage on some of those. 70-yard touchdown run against Camdenton in the district playoffs. And he looks sharp as ever right now, leading the Crusaders down the field. On the sweep, Holly bouncing it outside, and a great tackle in open space by Bookie Kritza. So second down, just a couple of yards on that pickup. And they motion Alex Wood here to the near side. A little bit of a late jump on both sides, and this football is going nowhere. Rockbridge gets their second team defense out there. Weaver still on for Helias with their first team still on. Third down, play fake to Lanigan. Weaver lofts it deep, and it's caught by Hillman. That's a touchdown for the Crusaders.
And it is against the second team. Malcolm Redmond was beat by Rockbridge. Good throw by Austin Weaver. Again, it's the second team defense.
Take 2 for the Rockbridge offense, this time against the Blair Oaks defense. See how Sean Nevels and this group responds. Micah Sanford with a good run. Short pickup. Nevels quickly out to Sanford. And he can't shake the Falcons as they swarm to him on the near side. Garrett Essner this time puts his hand in the dirt on the left side of the offensive line. And this one goes to Sanford again. Spinning forward, not much to work with for the Rockbridge offense. So the Blair Oaks offense is on, and the Rockbridge defense takes the field. Tyler backs 3,000 yards through the air last year, over 50 touchdowns overall, with plenty of work on the ground as well. This Blair Oaks offense should be in great shape once again this year with him leading the charge. Brady Dapkus takes it on the sweep outside, Down the sideline, he races and bowls his way for a first down. Brady Dapkus missed a lot of last season with the injury, him and Hayden Lackman. They should be a dangerous duo this year if they stay healthy. And this is Lackman. They go from left to right with him. And they'll motion Lackman. Fake it to him, backs, fires, incomplete, intended for Dapkus. Bedford there in coverage. Same formation for the Falcons. This time backs will step up and run with it. And Andrew Williams would have clobbered him in a real game. They move Lackman right next to the line and then over the left side. Backs looks his direction, then over the middle, broken up, intended for Dapkus. Andrew Williams stays busy getting his paw in there. Backs, pressured by Matt Gass, who got a paw on him. Matt Gass has an offer from Akron, Truman State Central Methodist, and he's able to make a play. This time, Essner is found by Nevels. And he's able to fall past the 45. Great pickup, first down, Rockbridge. Grant Hyde, the running back, behind Nevels. He takes it off to the right side. Running over Falcons, close to the 40. That's another first down. Grant Hyde on the motion. They fake it to him. Nevels looking deep, he wants it. And it is incomplete. Demarius Elder, the intended target. Second down for the Bruins. Some more of the second teamers in there. Grant Hyde on the carry, plunging up the middle and stood up. Sean Nevels remains out there, the sophomore quarterback who will be making his first varsity start next week against Park Hill. You see Barrett Armbruster, junior tackle, pointing out the rush, picks it up. Nevels wants it deep again for Elder, and this one's overthrown. Make that TJ Stocker the intended target. Coach, a little bit of bumpy ride, same as it was last year, not real surprising. That's how Jamborees work. Everybody's hitting somebody new now, and certainly a lot to work on. I'll go with the offense, a little bit of bumpy start. That's how it was last year. You had everybody coming back, so that's just the way it goes sometimes. But what did you think?
Yeah, I thought from an offensive line standpoint, we had a couple of missed assignments on some passing. Got a few pressures on us, in that first game with Helias. Some things to clean up. I thought rallied really well offensive line-wise in the second, session with Blair Oaks. I thought we ran the ball hard. The guys we were putting the ball in the hands of, I thought they ran the ball really hard. Defensively, I thought we looked really solid. A couple times, getting off a block on the inside and giving up our edge, and those are little things we got to clean up. But I thought the morale on the sideline was really good. The morale from the field stuff was really good. And so anytime you see kids not having their best moment and staying together, it's a good sign.
I know you said that you felt like Sean was still working through some things and needed to get some things out of his system, but he was willing to challenge down the field a little bit late in the Jamboree, and those throws were a little bit too far, but they looked good, and he's still challenging the defense, and he showed a little bit of confidence there.
Yeah, he's got great arm strength. I thought missing our scrimmage so we didn't get to have our scrimmage last Saturday. It got heat advisory warning and had to shut us down. So he didn't get any live reps and hasn't seen a ton of game speed. And so tonight was really good for him. I thought he did some really good things on the ground, ran the ball really well. Only missed one assignment on a motion, which is really big in our offense, making sure our guys are, getting all the pieces to the puzzle. And so I thought he manufactured things really well, and his juice is always really high for our team. And so incredible leadership skills from him. He's going to be really good.
I think the two guys that really stood out to me on defense was Bookie Kritza and Matt Gass. Matt Gass got a snack in there, and Kritza looked like he wanted to hit a few people tonight, and he definitely got a chance to do that.
Yeah, really exciting for our new defensive coordinator too. We didn't scheme at all for Helias or Blair Oaks. I'm sure they didn't scheme for us. And so you get out here and it's like, okay, what's going to happen? You really don't know, what kind of alignments you're going to see, defensively, and defensively you don't know what formations you're really up against. And so kind of blind going in, but I thought the guys that popped were supposed to pop. Bookie he's probably the best player on the field every single night. He's really good. He's going to play on offense. He had a catch tonight. Sean got him on a quick screen. He made a 5-yard gain or whatever. He's gonna be an animal. Matt Gass played at about 215 pounds last year. He's 245 right now and just strong as can be. So he's getting ready to blow up.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for the time. Looking forward to seeing you guys next week against a good Park Hill team.
Yes, sir. They are very good. We're excited. Thank you.